up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Y'all, this was really crazy. This was really tired and sad and through. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. We're down here to thankfully talk about the last episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, the reunion, part 3. I'm with everybody else. I said it this morning on Twitter. The lack of solid relationships, the lack of solid female to female or woman to woman relationships is what's missing on this show. And I have been saying it for years. The lack of these women are literally co-workers who come to work, and when work is over, they have nothing to say to each other. There's no relationship after work. And that's why when they're talking about their personal stories, everybody's looking like, bitch, I don't give a fuck about what's going on with her and Ralph. I don't give a fuck about what's going on between her and Ross. I have no investment in that friendship. So I don't care what she's going through. I don't. And that is the ingredient that's missing in the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Kandi and Kenya's relationship spans the length of time they've worked together. Right? So that's good to be, their relationship is good to watch. I think Manetta would have been a good addition because she knows Kandi. They've been friends for a while. There's a friendship there. Nobody cares what's going on with who. Honestly, who is Drew and Ralph? They don't even, to me, they don't even belong in the group. I don't know. I'm sorry, but the women are not friends, and because they're not friends, the chemistry is off. There's no investment in the relationship. Bitch, I don't like you. It needs to span past the Bravo break room, like I said. None of these women are friends. And then they keep saying bring Portia and Nene back. For what? They're not friends either. They're not friends either. The reason why New Jersey works, those people have known each other their entire lives. The reason why Beverly Hills works, those women have known each other for over 20 years. The reason why New York works, outside of adding Ebony K. Williams, she should have never been added to a cast of women who have a 20 plus year friendship. She was added to fill their diversity quota, and it was a fucking train wreck. It didn't work because you brought in a black woman younger than the entire group, could have been their daughter. She could be their daughter. Ramona's 60, almost 70 years old. Ebony K. Williams is the first generationally not there, racially not there. Of a bad addition. That show works with those women because they have friendships that go as deep as 20 years. How deep do the friendships go on Real Housewives of Atlanta? You tell me. That's why they're struggling over there with OC. They're not real friends. Ain't nobody on that show real friends. They're not. And that's why they're struggling. Or if they weren't so fucking racist over there on Salt Lake City, that's a good show because those women have known each other for a long time. There's history there. We don't have no history. We don't have no investment. Why do I care about Drew and Ralph? Why? And they've been lying since they showed up. Since Ralph snuck out of the damn basement window to go to Tampa while his wife was walking downstairs trying to give him a plate of food. I don't care. Sheree and Anthony, I don't even care about this story. I'm just like fucking Andy. Hang up on his ass when he starts talking about somebody needs a storyline and all this other stuff. Maybe I did. You're trying to get a storyline. What he said, he did say something about Ralph. You owe him money, like that kind of, that exchange back and forth was just like, um people want to cash at me because they have sex tapes on you. Girl, pull the sex tapes out. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody care, Drew. Shut up. That's, girl. Why are you here? Um, upset that you have. Are you upset that there is like energy around this idea that you never pay people? A scammer don't fucking care. Do you think a scammer gives a fuck that they have a reputation for not paying people? Ooh. Don't give a fuck. Catch me if you can. That's what Sheree said, basically, bitch. Catch me if you can, bitch. You went overboard trying to buy friends. You did. $500 for a DJ and it was 8 people there? Absolutely not. If you don't plug in the aux cord and get it cracking, you're just making up stuff. Hold your breath. Fatum's talking about Ralph. Did you think that that was messed up? And you tried to say it as an insult. You see, they tried to flip it, trying to make it seem like Sheree was trying to insult him by saying that there's a rumor that he's gay. She's like, I don't believe that you're gay, but I don't know. I don't know for a fact that you're not gay. You saw it as an insult because y'all use being gay as an insult. That's why you tried to flip it. But I don't even think Sheree was going there like that. While you over here running your mouth, this same assistant said or insinuated that you were gay. I know I know how black men feel about that, so I'm gonna say it. Yeah, I didn't tell nobody. He said you were gay. Oh, why would you say that? Why would you use that as an insult? I wasn't trying to insult you. I told you what somebody said about you. That don't have nothing to do with me. While you over here, your wife is trying to get me together, I'm just telling you that the same person, the same weapon she used is the same person I was talking about you. So what it is, what it is. She loves to use props because she's an actress. I don't know what else to say, child. Um, Fatum doing background checks. Girl, whatever. The Achilles tear. I know it was hard for her. She said something. Drew and somebody. Oh, and Sheree, y'all were going back about husbands on Twitter and finances. Sheree said, "I'm not losing sleep over it." Yawn. The husbands come out. Todd, how long are you gonna grow your beard? Do you know somebody I can get a massage from? This can be comparable to the Super Bowl. Kandi was mad. That was funny when they showed Kandi going off on Todd on her investment. You out here, you represent us. You out here at 3 o'clock, at 6 o'clock in the morning, still drinking, hanging out in the goddamn lobby. Like you don't have any responsibilities. You gotta. That was funny. Kandi was like, get your ass upstairs and get some rest, girl. Absolutely not. Ross doesn't feel like Kenya calling him aggressive was the right thing to say. Kenya apologizes again. She tells him that she does feel it was admirable of him to, stick up for his wife. Todd said he was nervous. They showed Andy with Candy's vibrating panties on. She hadn't even seen the episode, which was funny. She was like, "What? Let me see that." So they talked about Kandi and Todd and their relationship, and they had a real good package on Kandi and all the stuff that she's been doing. I don't know why she wasn't sitting in the first seat, but anyway, Marlo says every man cheats. That's just how she feels about men. So it wasn't right. And Marlo did the same thing. You get in front of somebody, you say whatever it is you want to say to make it seem good. At the end of the episode, Marlo was like, I gotta think before I talk. Girl, shut up. Um the streets be talking. That's what Sheree said. And they wanted to know what she was talking about. She was like, "Oh, I was just working off of what Marlo said." Girl, shut up. I was just piggybacking off of Marlo. The New Jersey apartment looks really, really nice. They remodeled everything and they're getting ready to come back to New Jersey to stay there because the whole family is coming because Kandi has her play. I think it's called the piano lesson. I think, was it August Wilson? Who was it? Who was the piano lesson? August Wilson. Yeah, August Wilson, Samuel Jackson. Um, dates John David Washington and Danielle Brooks. Y'all remember Danielle Brooks from Orange is the New Black. So Kandi says she's working on her EGOT. She already has a Grammy. She wants to get a Tony, an Emmy, and an Oscar. So, what's her name just became an EGOT? Jennifer Hudson. Somebody else just became an EGOT. Yeah, that's awesome. That's something to aspire to. That's a goal. I'm sure she'll make it. Kandi does her thing, and that's one thing, like I said, that's one thing I cannot take away from that lady. She is ambitious and she has a great business acumen. Period. Nothing else you could take away from her. Somebody said, with the worldwide comment, I understood what Marlo was trying to say in her explanation, but girl, you didn't mean it like that when you was going off. Again, I was just saying something that I didn't mean, just talking shit, right? And that's the one thing, when you are talking shit to somebody, it helps when the shit that you're saying is truthful. That, because you can't question it, and then like when you have to explain your read, it's just like, it takes away from everything. So that's why it's so important, if you're reading a bitch, to tell the truth. Because it's nothing to like come back and be like, you tried to say she was worldwide and she got more damn followers than everybody sitting here. So what are you talking about? So she explained it and said, in fashion circles, Kandi ain't opening no doors. In music circles, Marlo ain't opening no doors. And that's how she explained it. But that's not what you meant. Fractures in the marriage and the Achilles for Drew and her husband. They said Kenya attacked Drew, but she said that she did apologize for it later because she was a little hard on Ralph. I don't know that you're gay for a fact, but you can say you're not gay. I don't know if you're gay for a fact. Okay. Drop it with who? Drop it with who? Drop it with who? The exchange between Sheree and Drew gave me secondhand cringy embarrassment. I just couldn't do it. They talked about Ralph's gaslighting, and he's sitting there again. He does like Glenn does on Bell Collective, act like they're emotional. That is a manipulation tactic. It's not real. I wouldn't believe nothing that comes from emotions expressed from Ralph, because he doesn't have them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because if you can treat your wife like that and gaslight her in that way, there is a lack of empathy there. So for you to express empathy and you feel so bad because you treated your wife so bad, that is fake. And you know that it's fake because Drew said they are high highs and low lows. So they're in a cycle. She's in a trauma bond with her husband. They're in a cycle of abuse where he does the gaslighting, he does the breaking down, he breaks her all the way down, and then he love bombs her and brings her all the way up. So when she said, I just don't want the high highs and the low lows, that's what she's talking about. After her husband breaks her down, he loves bomb her, and then they go through the cycle all over again. So that might be why she has so many internal health problems. I don't know. He could be the source of the problem. Step parent book. How Ralph speaks is okay. They asked Ross. He said no, it's not. Only because he said it wasn't. I don't know. Would Ross think that the way that he spoke to Drew is okay? If Ralph didn't say it at first, I don't know. You didn't tell your wife you were working on a book. He says he did. And she was like, when? So gaslighting. I'm telling you, you didn't do something, and you're going to try to invalidate me by saying I'm just crazy. I don't know what I'm talking about. I did tell you. Why are you sitting here saying that I didn't tell you? It's like your truth is not the truth. Their truth is your truth. And you're supposed to just go with it. The book is done. That's it. Kandi. I don't know. They asked Todd, did did he think about something about Kandi's tax bracket? And he said Kandi is above everybody's tax bracket in here. And they were like, I don't know about Andy. No, probably more than Andy too. I mean, Andy got books, but Kandi got publishing. in writing. They might be running neck and neck, okay? He doesn't want to adopt Josiah because he says he feels like he's being forced. He tried to give 3 reasons why he didn't want to adopt Josiah, and he couldn't come up with the 3rd reason. Todd gets on Marlo and tells her in her thirsty years. I heard that Marlo did pay for her trip to Africa. I heard that. I've heard that before. I don't think that's nothing new. Am I the only one that? No, I can't be the only one that heard. If I heard it, y'all definitely heard. Some of y'all have heard that Marlo paid for her trip. Is that why Kandi said you getting paid $2.50 to act like a fool? Who did she say that? Not Kandi. Nene. Who did Nene say that to? Back in your thirsty days, you did pay to go on the trip. Andy was like, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. I don't know what else to say, but you did. Since Todd moved on, that's why she accepted the KFC, because Todd and Marlo had already moved on. So there was no reason for Kandi to stay mad at her. So that's the reason why she ate the KFC. They went through all of the women and asked them what they learned. I had checked out by then. I think I heard Kenya saying something about perseverance or something like that. I was like, Kenya, girl. And then I said to myself, bitch, are you sure you're not the one getting fired? Because they barely talked to Kenya. Kenya had nothing to say, like nothing to say, not backing anybody up, not. And then like when Drew and Sheree were going back and forth, everybody was like, "You good? You hungry? Where you want to go after this? Y'all want to go have drinks or something?" What'd she say? She said something about drop it with who? Some I don't know, girl. She's saying something. She's not representing her business right or something like that. Yeah, because you misrepresented your business, girl. You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar, and your husband is a gaslighter. So you can lie about how your relationship is set up, and you can lie to yourself and tell you that man is not gaslighting you. But, what are you going to do? Give him another baby, Drew. Have another baby. Anyways, take care of each other. Protect your energy. That was the end of the episode. Peace.